Is there anything that you videotaped that did not make it into the film that in retrospect you kind of wish you had left in?
Not a lot, although I should mention we now have a new DVD version of the film, which we didn't have until just this year, just since 2005. That's available on our website, which is kind of neat because it does have a few extra scenes that we just didn't have room for in the film.
Oh, okay.
And it has updates on people who were in the film, because we're always asked, what happened to so-and-so? Did that family stay together? And so we contacted back anyone we were in touch with or kept in touch with, and had new updated photos and information, which is kind of neat, I think.
What's your website where people can check out that DVD?
Sure, yeah, it's really simple. It's www.picturethis, so P-I-C-T, picture on the wall, T-H-I-S, all one word, .ca. So picturethis.ca.
Let's talk about some of the people that you met on your journey of discovering alternative lifestyles. Who are some of the more memorable people you interviewed?
Gosh, there are a lot of memorable people, but definitely the ones who stand out. There's a family in San Jose that features in the film of four adults and a child that they had. There's two married couples, and a wife of one couple and a husband of the other had a baby, and they all raised a child together. And they were very memorable for being a really sane, positive example of a polyamorous family that had some tough times, but has stuck together and created a really nice family unit. It's a bisexual couple. It's quite complicated in a sense, but it's also very simple because they just believe that they're kind of a family. So they're really memorable, and they were quite inspiring to us, actually.
And are they one of the families that you have updates for on your DVD? They
do. In the film, when we filmed with them, they were one of the first families we filmed with back in '98, and we have an update now, 7 years later, and they're still together, the four of them, and their daughter, who was just 1, is now 8, and it's really nice to hear they're still together and growing and changing, and but still very dedicated to being together and sharing their lives.
So that's 2 men, 2 women, and there's 2 married couples in that?
There are 2 married couples, yes. And I guess they call themselves co-husbands, co-wives. Some kind of Mormon. They're not Mormon, though, I should mention that. But it just almost sounds like it. But they're a family, they call themselves.
And you go into depth about how they work out their interpersonal relationships. They were pretty honest about everything from, their finances to their sleeping arrangements to the difficulty they had when the woman got pregnant and the other woman was not sure that they wanted to she already had a grown child. She didn't know if she wanted to have a baby in the house again, and how hard that was to work that out. So they're pretty honest about and how rocky it was when that pregnancy came to light, and so that they're honest that it's not always easy and lovey-dovey, and so yeah, they're a neat example, I think. What about because in the documentary, you and David visit a swingers convention. We do, yeah. And what was that like?
We went to Lifestyles, which is, I guess, probably the biggest, as far as I know, in North America. It used to be I think it's still in Las Vegas. The year we went, there were, I believe, 2,000 couples, and you have to go as a couple to this particular event, as a swinging often is. That was fascinating, eye-opening, overwhelming, actually, to not having attended any swingers event, to go to a 3-day convention with 2,000 people is pretty quick immersion. I guess through that process we discovered it was really not what we were looking for. I think David already had that sense, and possibly I did too, but it was because it's very different. Swinging is... and for people who choose it, it's perfectly suited to what they want. They're often looking for a way to keep a monogamous connection emotionally, but they want to have that sort of sexual experimentation or adventure outside of their couple. But generally, they don't really want that emotional connection or beyond maybe a friendship. Whereas I guess what we were looking for polyamory is more of kind of a loving, if not committed, move in for the rest of your life thing. It is more of a loving kind of long-term thing. And we just thought we weren't really comfortable with, hi, my name is Bob, want to kind of thing. Oh, sorry, can I say that on your show?
No, we'll have to bleep that out.
Okay, hi, my name is Bob, do you want to have sex now, kind of thing. This is my wife, Mary, and that just wasn't what we were looking for, or what I was looking for, even. It sounded great in theory, but in reality, it really wasn't what we were. Sounds like a great fantasy, but it wasn't what we wanted in real life.